The hard facts coming to you from the CNN News 18 Federal Bank Primetime Studios. Viewers, let me begin today by giving you a sense of just how much the Congress has reneged on its own past. The party was once the preserve of men of steel like Sardar Patel. The heroic nationalist icon who unified India, sanctified Bharat's geographical contours, sent in the army to flush out splittists from Junagadh and Hyderabad who battled Nehru over giving Jammu and Kashmir special status. He did all of this, viewers, to bring us together as a nation, to give us an identity, to give us borders that we could defend, to give us borders that define us. That party, the party of Sardar Patel today, is a platform for men of clay like Charanjit, Channi, who stand up in the cradle of India's democracy to take up cudgels for the likes of Amritpal Singh. The Sikh who Channi is taking up cudgels for is a Khalistan sympathizer who has fashioned himself upon the dreaded Bhindranwale and is serving time in a jail in Assam. Singh is charged under the National Security Act, no less, viewers. But he gets an ally in the form of a former Chief Minister of Punjab and a serving MP from the Congress party. Listen in to first what Charanjit Channi had to say.
20 लाख लोगों द्वारा पंजाब में मेंबर पार्लियामेंट चुना गया और वो एनएस से लगाकर अंदर रखा हुआ है। फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच, उसकी कंस्टिट्यूएंसी के लोगों की बात यहां नहीं रख पा रहे, ये भी इमरजेंसी है।
Friends, lakhs also voted for a man called Hitler, who took his country to ruin and plunged the world into darkness. If votes themselves, viewers, determine destiny, if votes, direct democracy, referendums themselves determine destiny, viewers, then we would have no place for a constitution or checks and balances that our constitution supplies us to ensure that in the name of democracy, there are no outrages, no excesses. Channi's comments in support of a Pakistan deep state stooge who has been elected to parliament can't be held against him in a court of law. India's free speech laws can't quite fetter the privileges of MPs, but they've caused a political flutter, with the BJP lashing out and others demanding accountability. Listen in.
कांग्रेस का हाथ अलगाववादी और आतंकवादियों के साथ हमेशा से रहा है, ये तो हमने देखा है। याकूब मेमन की पैरवी, अफजल गुरु की पैरवी, 26/11 में पाकिस्तान को क्लीन चिट देने की कोशिश। अब कांग्रेस पार्टी के सांसद चरणजीत चन्नी जी, जो पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री रहे हैं, वो पार्लियामेंट में खड़े होकर कहते हैं कि अमृतपाल सिंह पर एनएसए लगाना गलत है, उनके बोलने की आजादी पर हमला है और उनको रिहा किया जाना चाहिए। कांग्रेस पार्टी आज अलगाववादी और खालिस्तानियों के समर्थन में उतर आई है। ये वही कांग्रेस पार्टी है जो संविधान की बड़ी बड़ी बातें करती है। क्या ये संविधान सम्मेत है? क्या ये संविधान की रक्षा कर रहे हैं?
Viewers, let me play out the comments of Channi one more time. What did he say? 20 lakh voters chose Amritpal in Lok Sabha elections. But Amritpal is in custody under the NSA. Amritpal, freedom of speech has been stifled. Freedom to say what, viewers? I'll acquaint you with those facts in just a few moments. And then he goes on to say this is a sign of clear emergency under the NDA government, that Amritpal can't get up and say that he supports Khalistan, that he supports Bhindranwale, the murder of Hindus and Sikhs alike, viewers. This is the freedom today that the Congress is demanding. Viewers, Sardar Patel, at one time, if you remember, stood up against precisely these kind of splittists who were voted, viewers, to create the state of Pakistan. Jinnah was, after all, elected by lakhs of people. What did he give us? He gave us partition. He gave us the idea of exclusivity. He gave us the idea of separatism. He birthed it, viewers. This much is true, that Amritpal has little regard for India's constitution. But first, once again, listen to Channi.
20 लाख लोगों द्वारा पंजाब में मेंबर पार्लियामेंट चुना गया और वो एनएस से लगाकर अंदर रखा हुआ है। फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच, उसकी कंस्टिट्यूएंसी के लोगों की बात यहां नहीं रख पा रहे, ये भी इमरजेंसी है।
So viewers, Charanjit Channi wants the constitution's rights to extend to Amritpal. The same Amritpal who has zero regard for India's constitution. Let me give you a bit of a sense of what this man has been sent to jail for. In February 2023, he led a mob to storm Ajnala police station to free his aide. He went on the run after a crackdown on Varis Punjab Day, which is known to be an ISI-sponsored insurgent group working in India. March 2023, booked for the possession of illegal arms. He was booked for holding a sarpanch and his family hostage. He was booked for threatening and extorting a Gurdwara priest. He has no respect for anybody. April 2023, he was arrested after absconding for 1 month. Police invoked the National Security Act. Terror lens on Amritpal's suspected links to ISI. Yes, Pakistan's deep state. Accused of plotting to destabilize Punjab. Suspected links to Khalistani terrorist Avtar Singh Khanda, who lives in the United Kingdom. Accused of recruiting youth from drug rehab facilities for violent protests. Used drug rehab facilities to reportedly store firearms smuggled from Pakistan. His own brother has just been arrested, viewers, on drug charges. The Congress top leadership, represented in Parliament by Rahul Gandhi, is yet to come out and condemn Channi unequivocally for advocating a jailed Khalistani. Viewers, there has been no response. The leader of the opposition in the House, in the Lok Sabha, as you all know, is Rahul Gandhi. Has he stepped up and said that he rejects unconditionally what Channi has said? No, viewers, he hasn't. But is that surprising? Here are some hard facts that suggest that the Congress has not hesitated to put anti-India elements on a pedestal if it serves an electoral purpose. Here are some examples, viewers. I'm not making these up. These are statements either by Congress leaders or these are facts etched in the stone of political history. In 2024, a senior Congress leader in Karnataka openly announced in a press conference that his party took the help of the SDPI, which is the political wing of the banned Islamist terror organization, the PFI, for the 2024 Lok Sabha polls. There are no walls between the PFI and the SDPI. Their memberships overlapped. Viewers, Congress had no problem admitting to this fact. In 2022, the Congress handed a ticket to murdered Khalistan sympathizer, rapper turned politician Sidhu Moosewala ahead of assembly elections. You only have to listen to his songs that live on in posterity to hear him extolling the virtues of Khalistan, viewers, a separate state. In 2018, senior Congress leader Navjot Singh Sidhu hugged Pakistani Army Chief General Qamar Bajwa when he was among the special guests present at the oath-taking ceremony of then Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan, and Sidhu came out and justified it, viewers, even though he was criticized by then Congress Chief Minister and Congress stalwart Captain Amrinder Singh. But viewers, Sidhu was courted like he was royalty by both Priyanka Gandhi Vadra as well as Rahul Gandhi. In 2017, senior Congress leader Manishankar Aiyar met with top Kashmiri separatist leaders in Jammu and Kashmir. Those are the pictures, viewers. And when he was questioned, he said, so what? People like PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti are congratulating me for doing this. Viewers, you meet separatists at the behest of soft separatists. What can one say? In 2016, Rahul Gandhi was booked for sedition when he visited JNU campus to express solidarity with Umar Khalid and other students who were accused of undermining India's territorial integrity by chanting slogans in favor of the person who attacked India's parliament, viewers, and was hanged for it. In 2015, then senior Congress leader Ghulam Nabi Azad won re-election to the Rajya Sabha after taking support of an alleged ISI stooge, Rashid Engineer. Incidentally, Rashid Engineer, all these years later, 8 years later, has been elected to the Lok Sabha in 2024 polls. Yes, he's also been elected by thousands, if not lakhs of people, viewers. Now we actually have a bona fide stooge of the ISI sitting in our parliament. Luckily, he's in jail, so he can't attend the sessions. Otherwise, he would do exactly as he has done when he was member of the assembly in Jammu and Kashmir. In 2015, Afzal Guru link emerged. 5 Congress Jammu and Kashmir legislators, MLAs, issued a press statement saying that the hanging of Guru was a mistake and his mortal remains should be handed over to his family. In 2006, then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh held one-on-one talks with Kashmiri separatist leader and principal suspect in triggering the exodus of Hindus in Kashmir. There are several examples, viewers, but there are fundamental questions. And there's actually only one which first needs to be asked. Let me begin by asking Tehseen Poonawalla a simple, straightforward question. Mr. Poonawalla, I never have doubted your commitment to the national cause. You have been often a contrarian in your own ecosystem. I want to ask you, do you believe what Channi has said today, that it's an emergency-like situation in a country when a person like Amritpal has been sent to jail? Number one. Number two, which is a related question, do you think Rahul Gandhi should come out and clarify his party's stand on this issue, given the fact that he is the LOP, leader of the opposition?
So there are two issues out here, Rahul. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for having me on the show. Number one, there are very, very serious charges on Amritpal Singh. But he is an elected member of parliament. Now it is upon the government to immediately press for the charge sheet, either prove those charges or have him discharged from court if the courts so decide. The government is dragging its feet. I remember telling on another TV channel, your former channel, that Amritpal Singh seems like he'll win the election because it seems that the central government is helping him win the election. They created, there was simply no opposition. The government agencies seemed to be snoozing while his family and his relatives were campaigning for him. So the question that has to be asked is, if the government of India has allowed Rashid Engineer Amritpal Singh ji to come in parliament, today they elected MPs, why can't we have a due process of law and either they are declared guilty, as is the government charges, or they're declared innocent? For that, the first thing is the charge sheet should be filed. Why has the government failed? Somebody who's this dangerous to the country, don't you think, Rahul, the charge sheet should be filed? In your opening remarks, you said that Rahul Gandhi went to JNU. There were slogans of Bharat Tere Tukde Ho Gaye. Who chanted those slogans? Why is those charge sheets not filed? That's been 7-8 years. Even those charge sheets have not been filed. It now begs the question, is the government hand in gloves creating these sort of anti-India narrative, thereby creating polarization that helps the BJP? That is the question that needs to be asked.
Well, let me tell you, on the second question, a second point that you raised, it took 6 years to get the AAP, one of the allies of the Congress party, to give prosecution sanction against Umar Khalid. You must remember this. That was a big story. But that apart, I just want to ask you, Mr. Poonawalla, all that might be true. Yes, these people have been allowed to stand for election, this, that, the other. But does that mean, knowing fully well the public statements and articulations of Amritpal Singh, his bona fides, his commitment to a cause, to split India, given all these, should the Congress be taking up cudgels for this man? It's a simple question. And should Rahul Gandhi not clarify his stand? Yes, you can ask several questions of the BJP, and RP Singh is here to respond to them. But a person who stands up and says, my icon is Bhindran Wale, number one, and that I believe in Khalistan. Do you believe today that any responsible Congress MP, would you, for example, Tehseen Poonawalla, knowing what you know, have supported this man and said that his incarceration is a blow to democracy, right to free speech, and it's suggestive of an emergency-like situation. Would you say this?
Again, this has to be split up and looked into context. If somebody is elected by over 2 million or 20 lakh people, and he is not representing his constituency in parliament, I think it is a blow to the constituency who elected him. That, no doubt about it. Therefore, the constituents deserve either an MP or a re-election if the MP is convicted, which the government is dragging its feet on. Now, let's come to the second point.
You're not answering my question, please.
Now, I am. Now, let's come to the second point. Let me just answer the second point very, very clearly. There have been several organizations or individuals, but organizations that even today want a separate land out of India. The Tripura Liberation Front, the BJP was in alliance with them. Several other organizations, the Nagaland Accord, for which the Prime Minister often takes credit, he's not shown it to you though, wanted a separate state of Nagaland. In fact, in that accord, they want a separate flag, a separate parliament. They've gone on record to say the Prime Minister's office denies it, but they don't show us what they've signed. They had a fanfare about it. The Akali Dals, their idea of autonomy, you know how bad it was, much more than what Kashmir wanted. The BJP has been in alliance with them. So have the Dravidian parties in the past. The BJP has been in alliance. So one is, can we get people who are extreme within mainstream? That is point number one.
Okay.
Number
extreme
two, this man
within,
will take
okay, one
this
second.
Man will take oath on the
extreme, no, one second. Viewers, extreme within mainstream, he said. No, one second. Extreme within mainstream, says Tehseen Poonawalla. Again, viewers, you are assessing how Mr. Poonawalla is avoiding my question. That all might be true. Let's say the BJP is worse than the Congress party. Are we competing to get the bottom slot today, viewers? That is a fundamental question. I began by invoking the Congress party's own iconic leader that they never tire of taking ownership of, Sardar Patel. Would he have been happy in today's circumstance? No, viewers, he would not have been. Now, extreme within the mainstream, they have a problem with. Tehseen has a problem with. Mr. Poonawalla has a problem with. But when, viewers, when? And let me tell you this very, very clearly. Look at the double standards here. Sadhvi Pragya is elected. She was a terror accused. They had a massive problem with her election. Though she came with a popular mandate, she stood for election. Same circumstance, viewers. What did they say? And many people agreed with them. They said that Sadhvi, one second now, Tehseen Poonawalla, you've said a lot. I have to open this up. I have to open that. 1 second, just 1 minute. No, please. 1 second, please. 1 second. Sadhvi Pragya was opposed tooth and nail from the Congress, saying it's an assault on the unity, the federal character, the composition, the secular spirit of our constitution. Get her out, get her out, get her out. The BJP said, the BJP said, what did the BJP say, viewers? That, look, she needs to be convicted, this, that, the other. At that time, we were all puzzled by the BJP's response. She didn't get a ticket the second time, viewers. The BJP course corrected. Here you have Channi, a former chief minister, viewers, under whose watch Sidhu Moosewala, a person who sang hymns to the creation of Khalistan, is given a ticket. Now, I am not going to ask anyone else tonight to come in on this and tell us a little bit about the unsuitability of a Congress MP advocating for Amritpal Singh, then going across first to Ramneek Maan. Ramneek Maan, you are here with us. The Congress today is not taking a position. It's counting its votes. Fair enough. Others, you can say, have been equally guilty of doing this. But I want to ask you, sir, is the advocacy of Mr. Channi for Mr. Amritpal Singh in the interests of this land?
No, it is shameful as a matter of fact. I'll tell you how. See, first things first is that Channi himself is a crypto. Let's be very clear on that. Number one. Number two, Amritpal never won by 20 lakh votes. As a matter of fact, the total number of votes polled in Khadoor Sahib,
I never said he won by 20 lakh votes.
Do not exceed 10 lakhs.
Your Channi said it. Channi said it, please. He's talking about Channi. Just please.
No, he represents 20 lakh people.
Please, he didn't say that. Please, he didn't say that. Poonawalla, please. 20 lakh voters chose. 20 lakh voters chose Amritpal.
I've heard you.
How are 20 lakh voters choosing him? 1 minute. Ramneek Maan coming.
This is the same Amritpal. Let me tell you more. This is the same Amritpal whose brother has been arrested with possession of drugs. This same Amritpal who's running Khalsa Veers, and he was advocating for, a drug-free society, a drug-free Punjab. His own real brother is arrested for drug possession. This is the same Congress party which is behind making false promises to Sikhs from 1947 onwards. And when Poonawala evokes Nagaland, let me tell you, have you forgotten the 1973 Anandpur Accord? What is the Anandpur Sahib resolution? You've made false promises one after the other to the Sikhs. You are the ones who brought down the Akal Takht Sahib in 1984. Something the Canadian Khalistanis, the Khalistanis living abroad are evoking time and again. The Congress party is the biggest problem. There is a MOU between the Congress party and the CCP of China, which they've never declared. What does it contain? Anand, the K2 is reactivated.
Right.
The K2 is reactivated. Kashmir and Khalistan are reactivated. And former chief minister, sitting parliamentarian from Jalandhar, is advocating for a person who is under NSA. For what? For votes.
There you go.
For what? Filthy votes.
Is it for
this
votes?
Is not fair. Let me tell you more. They are the ones responsible for partition of this country. They're the responsible for the problem in Jammu and Kashmir, the POK problem. They're the ones who are behind the Tibet problem. They are the ones who are behind the Manipur problem. They are the ones who are behind every separatist movement that has ever come across.
Well,
do you have?
Look, one second. Let's qualify these statements. 1 minute. Let's qualify these statements. Mr. Mann, 1 second.
Air Force officers of
okay,
this
1 second. Mr. Mann, yes, you're right that a person like Yasin Malik was engaged, but he was engaged by, unfortunately, the intelligence chiefs of pretty much under every regime. But 1 minute. I have no sympathies for Yasin Malik. I've suffered on the account of his... One second. But I just want us to qualify certain things. 1 minute. Let me just bring in RP Singh. 1 second. Let me also bring in Sardar RP Singh.
RP sir, with your permission.
Let him come in.
Just 5 seconds. 5 seconds. See, this is the same Congress party. This is the same Charanjit Singh Channi under whose watch the Prime Minister of this country, Narendra Modi, was gherawed in Punjab.
Okay, so
and his response was, "Arey kisanon ne goli to nahi chalai."
Okay, look.
This was his response.
While we are all passionate here, we have to qualify certain statements. We can't say the Congress is singularly responsible for partition, etc., etc. I think that's going a bit too far. There were circumstances. You can go into history. People have their views, but as a responsible broadcaster, I'm not going to sit here and underline everything. Now, please, Mr. Mann, let's just calm down. Let me bring in the yes. 1 second. Let me bring in the BJP national spokesperson. Look, I've written about this in my book, and there has been appeasement all through. Whether that culminated in the exact separation of this country, how it did, is a lengthy conversation. We can't just have reduced to a few sound bites because there has to be context. So, viewers, many people will say that the appeasement politics, the politics of appeasement that it is called, practiced by the Congress over the years has led to some devastating consequences. Now, that can be said about a lot of political parties in this country, viewers. But on this particular issue, since we are on this issue, viewers, I want to bring in RP Singh. RP Singh, you heard Mr. Poonawala. Mr. Poonawala comes out and says that, look, file the charge sheet, file him guilty. Otherwise, we are blocking the voice of some 20 lakh constituents of a particular parliamentary constituency. So the question is to you, Mr. RP Singh, a response is required on this issue. Why do you think that this response from Tehseen Poonawala is not justifiable?
Well, Rahul, I hold a book name. I was just going through the various pages of the book. I'll refer you the number of the page also. And this is GBS Sidhu, the Swaran Singh, the former Congress minister's son-in-law, has written this book. He was the former person in the RAW and was in charge of the Mrs. Gandhi security. Now, he in his book, and also Kuldeep Ringe for that regard, categorically states what happened in 70s in Punjab, and that is they are trying to repeat here the same thing in Punjab today again. Mind my thing, Amritpal Singh came to Punjab during the regime of Channi, when Channi was the chief minister. And also, whatever he started doing in Punjab was under the patronage of then regime. He started doing that. But let me take you back to what happened in 1976 and 77. Sanjay Gandhi and another friend of his held an interview of two so-called saints in Punjab to fight against the radicalism, to fight against the Akalis, so that there can be a bigger, larger picture than Akalis, and so that they can be used to win elections. And that exactly happened in 70s, 77, 76,
True.
77.
That is 30, 40 years ago.
No,
Let's come to this point.
This is because I'm coming to this.
Why is
because
Amritpal, why did he get an
roots here.
opportunity to contest an election? He should have been convicted. He was arrested in 2023. It's been a long while.
Rahul, there's a government which is a local government, which is Aam Aadmi Party government, which indirectly or directly
That's
also
not true.
supports. Give me a second, sir. Did I interrupt you, Taseen?
No, you didn't. Please finish. But sorry,
Please,
I
Taseen,
apologize.
please.
I apologize.
So,
I apologize.
which
Please finish.
directly or indirectly supports the radicals. Let me quote you example. Their speaker in the House of the Punjab Assembly was seen hobnobbing with.
That's all very well,
Khalistanis.
but then why haven't
No,
you
no,
made?
no.
Why
So
haven't you
it-
filed
what it
charges
is-
against the APS leaders who you claim have an association with people who are militating against our national interests? Now, you see, I'm
Rahul,
just
I'd
trying to
just
tell
like
you.
one line.
You
Rahul, I'd
might
just like one line.
You might say that,
Can I
look,
complete?
law and order there in Punjab, the ability to prosecute cases at a fast pace doesn't lie with us, but this is the NSA that has been invoked.
Yes.
And a central agency is investigating this matter. Now, I'm not here, viewers,
Can
let
I-
me
can
be
I
very
complete?
honest.
Give me 5 seconds,
Let me be
I will
very
complete.
honest. I do not
Give me
believe
5
that this
seconds.
business of saying that, listen, the man has faced charges and therefore he is innocent till he is presumed, till he is deemed guilty. No, viewers, this man has made statements on record which are objectionable.
Can I quote one?
Would any Indian
India-
viewers stand up and say that I want India cut down? That I want to carve out my own homeland? What kind of Indian would that be? Think about it, viewers. And some people have voted for this individual. We don't know under what pressure. We've had some thugs from Bihar at one point, viewers, who held voters to gunpoint and got elected. The Congress used to talk about that culture in communist Bengal at one time.
Mukhtar
We don't
Ansari.
know. We don't know. We don't know under what circumstances this man has been voted. But I can tell you one thing, viewers, if we all stand as one and we say we don't want this person, we can win this war against separatists. And unfortunately today, there are some political parties that are putting their vote calculations above the constitution of our country. And that's all that needs to be said, even by the BJP spokesperson. That's all that needs to be said. We don't have to go into history, geography. Rahul Gandhi, if you want to Jodo India as you keep claiming, come out and take a position against Channi. Otherwise, don't waste our time. Ahmed Ayaz, Bharat Jodo is the name of the Congress project. By supporting a splittist, a separatist, are we Jodoing Bharat or are we dividing it? Sir, do you support this or do you not support it? Simple question to you. Don't waffle.
No, it's not me supporting.
I'm asking you, what is your
It
view?
is
Do you
wrong.
think someone like Channi
No,
should be allowed to
why-
get up and support the cause of Amritpal Singh? Yes, no. Take a stand.
My view is that he has been, there is something wrong. Why has been allowed the contest?
Okay, viewers,
He
look
has
at them
been
all
allowed the
scampering
contest
to look for the
and
first
people
excuse. Silence
people
everybody.
asked to
Viewers,
vote him, and people are voting.
everyone on this panel, on the side of the opposition today, is scampering, looking for that little fig leaf under which they want to hide. Take recourse. How has he been allowed to contest? Have you abandoned your conscience? You swear by the Constitution standing in Parliament. You hold it up and you wave it around as if it's a magic wand, but you can't stand by it. Shame. Absolute shame. I'll take a short break, viewers. We'll be right back because there's another very big story tonight that's coming out of Telangana. Don't go away.